Well, beloved, thank you for joining us this Sunday morning. We are glad that you've tuned in to the First Baptist Church Broad Avenue broadcast. We are glad to be bringing God's house into your house. Listen, let me just take a few moments to address those concerns of those who are wondering why we are not returning to worship. If you have been watching the news closely, and if you have seen the news, especially as of late, you will know that Memphis, Tennessee, right where we are surrounded by the fastest growing Delta variant COVID-19 numbers in the nation. So it is with this in mind that as we meet week after week internally and with our medical advisory team, that we have decided to continue in virtual worship. That's right. We're continuing for just a few more weeks until we see the cases manageable and decreasing. Here are some facts that we need to know. The Delta variant has been demonstrated and shown to penetrate those who are vaccinated, and in some cases has caused severe illness, and in a very few cases, even death. We also need to know that children are susceptible to the Delta variant. In the state of Mississippi, Arkansas, Missouri, and Tennessee, which all surround the Memphis area, there is an uptick of young people catching this particular variant because largely they remain unvaccinated. With the idea of vaccination in mind, we are asking that each member of First Baptist Church would consider seriously taking the vaccine. We do not want to limit participation to vaccinated only, but it is a consideration for the health and welfare of others. We must remain responsible. We must do what is required in order to return to worship. I have spoken to many members who are still not vaccinated but want to attend church. I'm asking you to be very prayerful and very serious when you get the information for yourself. What could be worse, taking the vaccine and experiencing one day of inconvenience, or catching COVID-19 by way of the Delta variant and possibly losing your life and impacting your health for the rest of your life? Please be prayerful and please be courteous and considerate as you enter into places around others. Finally, let me say this. As we do make plans to return to worship, we cannot require any individual to disclose his or her vaccine status. However, we will have a voluntary option for you to disclose it. And those who will complete that particular option, we will let you know how many members in our congregation have been vaccinated. We cannot take people who want to just walk in and limit them from coming. However, we can require or at least ask that you will comply with wearing a mask, remaining socially distant from others, and practicing all of the safety measures that will help us to return. Until further notice, we remain virtual. Why am I doing this once again? Because we recognize that the Delta variant is rising. Those who have had cancer, those who have had any type of transplant, or those who have a high risk of obesity, diabetes, and high blood pressure are highly susceptible to this particular variant. So it is with responsibility as a pastor, with responsibility as a person who loves you and the congregation, that we remain in a virtual capacity. There are those of you who have also said to me, other churches have gone back. I can only speak for the congregation at First Baptist Church. I can only speak for those that I know here in this facility. So please, with that information in mind, allow us to proceed as we are. And until further notice, continue to tune in. Please support your church financially, prayerfully, and otherwise. May God bless you as we go into worship.